Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Friday night webinar. We're going to go over lap 6 tonight. This is the Shibboleth Lifestyle Fast Track Week for all of our new members and our restarting members or members who don't really need a restart but come to this webinar just to make sure that they keep it in their heart and in their mind. So welcome. We're so glad that you're here with us. If you are on Facebook, please do me a favor, say hello, where you're watching from, and click the share button. Please let this go out into the internet. Somebody that needs it will find it, and they will be able to change their life with the information that we provide. If you're on Facebook too and you're a member, please let us know how much weight that you've lost. We love to encourage our members. Hey, Michelle, I love that. Thank you for saying hello. I appreciate it very, very much. And if you are in the Zoom room, click where it says chat. Then click where it says all panelists, and you can choose the option for all panelists and attendees. It will be much, much better for you to be able to chat with everybody that way. That way everybody can see what you type, and it's not as if I'm answering random questions. And I would love for you to do what Tamar just did. She said, hello. She told me what city and state that she was from, how many days she's been in, and how much weight she's lost. That is an awesome chat right there, Tamar. Congratulations. And down 7 pounds in 5 days. Way to go, Tamar. This is awesome. This is awesome. I'm so, so excited. Hey, Michelle. Michelle from Michigan has lost 20 pounds. Awesome. And Emily's down 15 now, broke that plateau. Woo! That is awesome. I'm so excited. And Helen down 7.6 pounds from Sunday. Loving the lifestyle. Helen from Woodstock. Congratulations, Helen. That is awesome. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Hey, Vanessa, trying to get back on the plan. Chattanooga. Well, we're glad you are here, Vanessa. This is the right place to be. The right place to be. Because we get you all excited about all the features that we have. Y'all, Shibboleth is something special. It really, really is. And I was telling some people I was at the beach with this week that really it's not even about weight loss for me anymore. It's about making sure other people have this information, because I now have it. I fixed the problem. And now I just live according to the lifestyle, and it feels good to have the problem fixed. All right, let's fix the problem, y'all. And then the problem could be lack of education. The problem could be lack of structure, lack of accountability, lack of the tools that you need. Well, all that's here, but you got to stay close. Got to stay close. If it's important to you, you'll stay close to the group. Okay. Let's see. Stephanie from Ackworth, Georgia, down 7 pounds. Congratulations, Stephanie. That is awesome. I'm super excited for you. Okay, so if you have found us on Facebook and you are not a member, please get your membership. It's $99 for a year, all of our levels at $99 for a year. And you can get that at shibbolethdeals.com. Shibbolethdeals.com. Just go ahead and get that membership, okay? So we can get you in this fast track and get you all the tools that you need. Hey, Harriet from South Carolina lost 20 pounds and got her pink t-shirt. Congratulations, Harriet. That is fabulous. I love it. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get started, but right before I do, I want to make sure that everybody knows that they can join the online accountability meeting tomorrow at noon Eastern time. So whatever time that is for you, noon Eastern time. And then you'll just register for that at the pink online webinars tab in your account, and then click on Kim's events, and then click on the noon event. For those of you who are local, this does not take the place of our regular Kennesaw meeting. We will still have that in-person meeting. I just put this other one into play as well because I wanted to reach more of our people across the country who don't live near our one and only store. Okay. Hey, Ryan down 5 pounds in 5 days. Congratulations, Ryan. That's awesome. Y'all are doing so good. Hey, Donna from Buchanan, I'm glad that you are here. Okay, we're going to get started. Well, first of all, I'm back from the beach, and we had a great time. It was very, very nice to be down there and just enjoy the beach. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you. I've already got it on lap 6 because that's what we're doing tonight. We're doing lap 6. And this lap video right here, if you click this and played this, this would be the shortened version of what we're doing tonight. So really, it's just a tutorial video. That's what this is, a tutorial video. Look, I'm in the same shirt. I'm in the same shirt in there, so the purple shirt. So lap 6. So let's have a look at this. Check out the combination chart for advanced members and watch the class that goes with it. You may not feel like you're an advanced member yet. You may not feel like that, but I want you to know that you can go ahead and look at this chart. All right, so let's go ahead and have a look at this chart. And this chart just gives you more options than that very first chart. This chart right here, so just to remind you how you read the chart, the blue one is like your lifestyle chart. You'll see options there that have multiple foods. You know, that looks more like a lifestyle, right? And I really kind of stay in these anyway. I don't know, just because I'm not that adventurous. I don't know. But if you are, this is just adding energy, carbs, fruit, and other combos there. Totally fine. You can do it. This is fast weight loss because you are doing something different than what you've been doing. This yellow column is faster weight loss. And this red column, you are blowtorching fat like you'd blowtorch butter. Now, this is actually the combination chart that I used from the very beginning. The other one's just simple, not to blow anybody's mind. We don't want them to think that there's, oh my goodness, what is all this stuff? What I want you to know is how to use this. So if I was going to read this top combination right here, this means category 1 lean protein, eaten with category 2 fibrous carb, and eaten with category 3 energy carb. These numbers here, as a reminder, they are not quantity. This is the category number. And then this LP, FC, and EC is really just the abbreviation for lean protein, fibrous carb, energy carb. Now remember, if you are going to eat an energy carb, it must be eaten with a lean protein and a fibrous carb. So that is what this combination is. Now, how do you put meals together based on this combination? Well, I am in hopes that one of the things you've been doing this week is making lists of your favorites or possible new things that you were never aware of or had just never thought of. Because as you're playing in that food library, you're going to see things you just weren't aware of or never thought of. Add some of them to your list. Rotate in some new items that you might like to try. And so this right here is just simply an energy carb with a lean protein and a fibrous carb from your favorites list of those things. Then the second one is a lean protein with a fibrous carb and fruit. Because remember, if you want to eat fruit, it must be eaten with a lean protein and a fibrous carb. So that's what this is. Now look at this one right here. This is showing you that you could actually have a lean protein and shellfish together with a fibrous carb. Now what that might look like is we're going to use our 2 hands for measuring, okay? We put them as close together as possible. We would lower them down over our food and we would have a look at our food. Our hands. As long as we can't see our food around our hands, you've portion controlled. That is what's getting you into a calorie deficit to burn fat off. Okay. But the combinations that we do is what keeps you from storing new fat. If you were always storing new fat while burning old fat, that's a vicious cycle and it's not ever going to get anywhere. But if you're burning fat and not storing fat at the same time, that's where you get the awesome weight loss that Shibboleth puts into play. You're drinking your water, it's helping metabolize fat, it's helping flush it out, and you're writing down what you eat in order to change habits and all those things that we need to do. And then we're stopping grazing because it's hurting us. Okay, so that's what that shield is all about. It's really creating the habits that we needed all along, but either we had never been told or we just weren't aware. Honestly, we're not told, y'all. We're not told these things. It's really kind of free for all out there in the world, and it's not the way that it should be when it comes to taking care of your body. But what that means is maybe you want to do some chicken breast up here and some shrimp here, and then broccoli here. That's what this one is, lean protein and shellfish. But those are both lean proteins, right? This is your protein hand. You're not really going to go more over here, protein here. Okay, so what this next one says, this shows you could even have 4 things on your plate. Let's just use this example. Chicken breast, shrimp, broccoli, corn. That's what that might look like, and so forth. So you can see what that looks like. Now remember, this PP stands for perfect pairing. What a perfect pairing is it's something that Travis and the team have decided will work, but it doesn't follow these exact rules. Now, because it doesn't follow these exact rules, do you see what column it's in? It's in the blue lifestyle column. Okay, so it doesn't mean that it's absolute best for weight loss. It's great for weight loss. Okay, and if that's what you want to do, that's great. But there's better. Well, there's a lot of things going on in Shibboleth that are good, better, and best. But you never want to go outside of the rules of the Shibboleth shield. Living by the shield is what keeps you safe in battle. All right, when you look at the yellow column, you're going to see meal replacements, -2 and -3. Remember, we went over some of those last night, and that link in lap 5 is linked directly to the -2 and -3 meal replacements. Those are for convenience purposes. If you are a person who gets up and you cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you don't ever need a meal replacement, that is totally fine. But many of us are extremely busy and we just don't take the time to do all of that. And so we need those meal replacements to keep us safe rather than running through fast food or just grabbing a bag of chips and that kind of thing. You need to have those to keep you safe. Now, if you'll come over here and look right here, look what the addition. This one's blowtorch because you got the MCT in there. And do you see where this says HHF? Let me tell you what that means. HH stands for hemp hearts and HF stands for hemp flakes. So hemp hearts, hemp flakes is the way that we kind of squish it together to get that category. And I'm going to show you how to find some videos on that right now. But I do want everybody to be aware of this chart. And to tell you the truth, this is the chart that I use the most. Okay, so once you have looked at that chart, maybe screenshotted that chart, saved that chart, you don't have to save the chart on your computer if you don't want to, because you always know it's right here. Okay, but you could screenshot it for sure, and you would always have it with you when you're doing things. Once you are aware that that chart is there and you feel comfortable, you know what it means. Also, that you have read the first word all the way to the last word, and you know what that chart means, that's when you come and check off this box, okay? That you are aware that it's there and you know what it means. All right, let's look at task number 2 on here. We're going to practice finding videos on specific topics in the video library. See, when I started Shibboleth, because I am a clicker, I'll click on things, I will play with things, I will have scoured the website beyond its enjoyment. I mean, I will scour this thing. It's crazy. But I didn't want other people to have to do that. There is a way to just navigate through this website and find everything after you've done fast track. You know what to find, where to go, what to do with all the most important things that you'll need in the beginning. So there's lots of videos. Shibboleth puts out more content than any lifestyle or any type of program that I know. We do it live most of the time because we know that people get great engagement when they are doing it live. We also record all of our lives and we put it in the video library. You are going to find some nuggets in this video library that are from 2016 and you are going to crack up because they're funny. They're just flat out funny. But they say the same thing as we're saying today because the foundation of the lifestyle doesn't really change. But just as people grow and mature and they're presenting and stuff, it's just funny to find an old one, but you'll enjoy them. They say they're great. Okay. The search bar in the video library can be used to find videos on a specific topic. Please find the search bar in the video library and search for survival kit. This will generate a list of videos tagged with the keywords of survival kit. Then next, search for hemp. This is going to generate a list of videos tagged with the keyword hemp. And then notice you can heart each video for your favorites for easy access. So we're going to click here and we are headed to the video library. If your video library doesn't have these black topics listed here, that's the way I like to look at it. So if you're not seeing your video like this, now not on your phone, it would look different on your phone. On your phone, you would have a topics little heading there and you could choose that. But if it doesn't look like this, if your video library doesn't look like this, you can change the way that it looks by simply coming over here. These are different ways to view the video library. You can look at it a list, you can look at it in video blocks, or you can look at it in detail level. The detail level is my favorite. So if yours isn't set to detail level, I would highly suggest that you switch that to detail level. And that means you're going to get these. So that way it's easy to see all of those. And like when you click on there, I really enjoy these member success videos. A lot of these videos are ones that I did during the corona. So we were just entertaining ourselves, but this would be great. Like I'd be in the grave if I didn't do something about the weight. That was by Kim McMillan. So you can go back in there and watch those. So this is just a great way to find little videos. There's some tutorial videos that myself and Julie Mirandino have put together. So you can do those. That's a real great way to find. This is the way that I like to have my video library set up. So if yours doesn't look like that, make sure you have chosen detail level. All right. Do you see right here where the search bar is? That's what I wanted you to find first. I want you to know where the search bar is because I'm looking for advanced combination. And the reason I'm looking for that is when I read that very first one, okay. There was a video on advanced food combinations right there. So I just put in advanced and it came up with some advanced food combinations. Okay, so those would be really great to watch. The more you watch, the more you're going to learn. And I know that y'all have stuck with me all week, and I'm so proud of you for doing that because you cannot believe how many times we hear people say, I don't have time to watch videos. Okay, then in my opinion, you also don't want to take care of the most important thing that you can take care of because you're going to watch a few videos and start putting this into play, and you watch the videos over and over in order to get this down as your new habits. Habits don't change overnight. We've got to continue to do this day after day after day until it becomes who you are and what you do. And you never go back the other way. But I would watch these two right here. This is lesson 1 and lesson 2. So I would definitely watch those. And I typed in advanced to do that. And if you don't have time right now to watch this particular one because you're still working through Fast Track, I would highly suggest that you work through Fast Track first. So what you might want to do, come in here to advanced, heart it, okay? And then I'm going to go back here. I'm going to click this one because it's lesson 2. And then I'm going to heart it. And that way I can go back and watch those 2 lessons, all right? And just to let you know what I do, I don't watch while I'm driving, but I go, when I leave the house, I go into the driveway and I get the video all set up and I just let it play while I'm in the car and I listen to it like a podcast. And that's how, if you go back over here to the video library, do you see right here, I've watched 659 videos, and keep in mind, most of them are an hour. That's a lot. Do you know what an outlier is? An outlier is like when you do a graph and then there's this point on the graph that's way out here and you're like, how did that get out there? What is that? Why is this one so different? So think about a sports person or think about a musician, a concert pianist. Typically, those people who are those outliers that are doing those awesome and special things, they have about 10,000 hours of practice into their sport, into their piano playing, into their dancing, into whatever it is, into their computer coding. They've got on average 10,000 hours in there. So that's how they become outliers. They have become uncommon because they want themselves to be uncommon and they make it happen. So these videos and these things are important. That's why I do a lot of driving. I just listen to them like a podcast, like talk radio. Just let them play. I don't need to see what they're doing. I can hear them and it's fine. Okay, we're going to search right here for survival kit. And there we go. You could watch these videos. Now, if you don't want to watch one right now, that's fine. You don't have to. But I would highly suggest that you watch like this phase 2 one right here, this one right here by Travis, some of these by Jason. And here's a very recent one by Dr. Jim. He's really kind of going over things in the website on that one. So I don't know how these others are set up, but this is something that you want to watch. The reason that you want to know about a survival kit is because if you are that type person that needs bread on a McDonald's hamburger, if you go into McDonald's and you order the quarter pounder and you're not going to use their bun and you want something around that to eat it, it's like I would just eat it with a knife and fork. But that's not everybody. If you want something around that, you would need to take your own stuff to use so that you could be prepared. That's called having a survival kit. So having these survival kits, it's to know what you might need when you go out is important. In fact, these down here by Jason, I really like these by Jason too. So watch those as well. And it's just great thinking. Every single time you watch a video, it's going to help you think about another way to make a great choice for yourself. This is all about choices. I know we also all want to enjoy ourselves too, but I'm going to tell you, enjoyment can come in the form of being healthier and being able to move around more. And sometimes it's a trade. We have to trade a little bit of sacrifice for health. We have to trade a little bit of taste and mouth pleasure or mind pleasure. We have to trade that for feeling good in our clothes. We're making a trade. You have to decide which one is more important. I know which one's more important. I am so willing to give up anything that goes in my mouth so that I can feel good and move around in my body better. So I hope that's all what y'all want to. I'm sure it is. You wouldn't be here if you didn't. But the reason I say these type things is because some people come in and then they leave very quickly. And I'm like, why? Where are you going? This is awesome. You have got to get it in your mind and your heart. But the hard part is not living this lifestyle. We provide everything. The hard part is telling yourself no when you want something. And when you're not used to telling yourself no, it's hard. That's where the battle part comes in. All right. So I want us to learn to do that. Okay, now I'm going to type in hemp. The reason I want you to watch a video on hemp is I really can't explain hemp nearly as well as Travis does, okay? Well, he's been involved with it for years and years and years. So this is the one I really want you to watch right here, this phase 2, hemp hearts and hemp flakes for weight loss and wellness. He did this one last April. It is so good. So make sure that you go in and find that and heart it if you don't have time to watch it right now. But yeah, so let's do that one. Okay, so that's all about finding some videos in the video library. Okay, now we are going to familiarize ourselves with the restaurant guide. The Shibboleth lifestyle teaches nutrition for all situations. Eating in restaurants does not have to mean a holiday. When looking at the restaurant guide, locate the restaurants you frequent the most often. Read through the list of items listed and open several that you think you would enjoy. It's important that it is not assumed that you can eat the meal just as listed on the menu. Ordering instructions will be available for each menu item listed. Reading this before you go to a restaurant can help you prepare a survival kit if you would like. You might like to screenshot a few of your favorites to have them handy. You want to have already gone through the restaurant guide and go to your favorite restaurants, scroll through, screenshot them, have them on your phone, be ready to order just that way. And if you need to take a survival kit item because you know that you're going to need it, then you take it with you when you go to a restaurant. But if you end up out and about at the restaurant, just open up that restaurant guide at the restaurant and order like the Shibboleth lifestyle says. I have gotten so used to ordering at restaurants that I eat out a lot. Then that I just do it now. I mean, broccoli is the new French fry. Green beans is the new French fries. Their zucchini is the new French fry. And I didn't think I would like that in the beginning. And actually, I do. And I feel much better after eating it. So we just have to change our habits. Okay, let's click on Restaurant Guide. So here we are. And first of all, let's look at this number one rule for restaurant dining. The number one rule for restaurant dining is that you can have anything that you consider at home, a lean protein, a protein plus fat, or a shellfish. You can have any of that with a category 2 fibrous carb. That is how you eat out at a restaurant. Now, keep in mind, though, that all meat at a restaurant is considered a category 4. We just have it listed out right here as a 1, a 7, because you're typically thinking that way about those foods. It's just that you have to edit the way that you think about that when you go to a restaurant. This keeps you safe. This keeps you from eating the bread that might come to the table. Tell them to take it back. This keeps you from eating the chips. They don't need to bring it. This keeps you from eating energy carbs like corn and potatoes and that kind of thing, croutons and such. You can just keep those all off of all of the foods and the salads and everything. And it's going to be great because you're going to know how to order in all situations. Today, I went into a Stuckey's, and just for the fun of it, I walked up and down the aisles to see what could I get if I needed to have something perfect. Well, there was nuts there. Nuts would work. And then I saw a couple other things I can't think, but it was just kind of fun to do, just to walk up and down the aisles. There was a lot of stuff there I would never even have put in my mouth before Shibboleth. Those are the kind of things that we need to stay away from. These things are poisoning our body. So, okay, so there's two ways to look at this right here. You can just scroll down through all the restaurants, like there's A&W, and it lists out everything that you could eat there. There's all Mexican restaurants. You don't have to look up specifically the El Nopal, the El Rodeo, the Los Reyes, the Monterey. You don't have to look them up individually. All Mexican restaurants is right there under all Mexican restaurants. There's what you can order at all Mexican restaurants. There's what you can order at Applebee's. Okay. Now, if you think, okay, I just want to quickly get to wherever I'm going, then there's Chinese, there's chicken salad chick. There's Cheeseburger Bobby's, there's Checkers, there's Champy's Chicken. See, this website is brilliant. Now you know how to order at all of these places. Let's click on Denny's. Okay, at Denny's, you could do any of those combinations that we talked about because that's a general rule for every restaurant. You can have a burger. It's a -1 on the weight loss meter. We even have the weight loss meter on the foods from the restaurants. Let's click on that burger. How to make it approved. Best to build your own burger with lettuce, tomato, pickle, and limited condiment since the pre-made combinations have a lot of added fat. Remove the bread. In place of fries, have with broccoli, zucchini, and squash, or a side salad with no croutons and your own approved dressing. Use your hand rules for portions. You're still going to use your hand rules for portions when you're at a restaurant. Your entire meal should fit under 2 hands or meat under 1 hand with a side salad. If you practice portion control and stick to approved combinations, eating out will not affect your fat burning. This is a category 4 plus 2 plus condiment. Okay, now of course they need to change that picture and put broccoli on there instead of fries, but I guess that's the only stock picture they had. So that's how you look at that. Well, let's say that you want to know what's the best of the best. See how you can use the weight loss meter on there? Look, they're all pretty much stayed the same right there. Let's see what Fit Slam is. Fit Slam, how to make it approved. Do not have the seasonal fruit or the English muffin. You can use your own category 2 bread if you choose. That would mean you would need to take a survival kit if you want it. If you practice portion control, you have only have approved combinations. You can affect your fat burning. You cannot, you will not affect your fat burning when eating out. What is this? Tilapia ranchero. have with broccoli, zucchini, and squash or side salad, no croutons, and so forth. So y'all are getting the point. See, here's the thing. Once you've been ordering like this, you're going to get used to asking people, hey, what comes on that salad? And you're going to say, take off the fried crunchy sticks, take off the fried onions, take off the croutons. Okay. You're going to get used to that. And at home, if you want to have a little smidge of tomato or onions on there on your salad, you can. At a restaurant, that category, that meat that you're having is a category 4 protein plus fat. Those little tomatoes and onions on a salad would need to be very smidgy, just a little bit, because you don't want it to do anything to your blood sugar and capture the fat in the protein plus fat at a restaurant. So anyway, y'all can see what we're doing right here. We're keeping you safe wherever you go. Lots and lots of food, restaurants to order from here. And then the last thing, last thing tonight. This is really cool. WOW challenges. WOW stands for War on Weakness. All right. So we're going to read this black box. WOW stands for War on Weakness. WOW challenges are weird and wacky challenges where you determine in your heart and in your mind that you are going to meet that challenge for the day. WOW challenges are 1-day challenges, but they can be done in multiple days in a row if you want to, but they're still a 1-day challenge. You would just choose a different one for each day. You would accept it for each day. You would complete it and then mark it complete for each day. It's a great way to practice exercising your self-discipline muscle to use after a holiday or for a perceived plateau breaker. They are designed to help you lose up to a pound in a day. You earn a badge for your first WOW, and then the number increases on that badge for every time you have completed a WOW challenge. Pick some favorites by hearting, you know how we've been hearting things, heart a specific WOW challenge to help you when you hit a wall, need to regain focus, or to challenge yourself. Now, hearting these things when you are looking around is a very good idea because you might come across some that you like, but then when you try to find them again, for some reason that you're just not able to find them again, you need to heart them as you go through. So we're going to come over here. This is a video of me showing you how to accept the WOW challenge and then how to complete the WOW challenge. All right. So I'm going to go right here to my favorites. You can use this search bar. There's a search bar up there. My favorites. So let's click on Jessica's cheese dip and eggs and veggies in category 1. That's a mouthful. We could think they just call this cheese dip number 1. For breakfast, you could have 1 scrambled egg with 2 tablespoons of cheese dip on the egg. Now, these WOW challenges, remember, they're weird and they're wacky. Sometimes they actually come from what people find they like to do. So Jessica probably liked to put cheese dip on some eggs, and she asked Travis to come up with a WOW challenge for her to do that. So that's how these things come up. Lunch, bell peppers, carrots, or celery with a 1/4 cup of cheese dip. Dinner, approved chips with 2 ounces of 96% lean ground meat and up to a 1/4 cup of cheese dip. Salsa is also fine. Please use one of the approved chips, Healthwise chips, Double Bites, or Bonitos. And there you go. If you are having a hankering for cheese dip, this would be a really great WOW challenge to do. When you do a WOW challenge like this, it gets that desire for cheese dip out of your system, right? Because you've done it 3 times in 1 day. But once you've accepted something, you want to stick with it. Okay, so here's one. Have bio coffee your way. Look, bio coffee number 9. That means there's a lot of WOW challenges with bio coffee in them. So it gives you, Tamar, I'm going to say yes. Now, let me just give you this example, though. With a WOW challenge, we typically do not change anything whatsoever, but that would work. Okay. But I don't want to, most of the time, what I tell people is if you don't like what you read, then don't choose that WOW challenge. But Quest chips, Tamar, actually have more protein in them than those others that are listed. So that's why I say that would work. Okay, combinations. Combine one of the following combinations. 1 serving of bio coffee with 1 serving of cocoa ringa, which by the way is very good. 1 serving of bio coffee with 1 serving of Healthwise hot chocolate. 1 serving of bio coffee with 1 serving of Beverly Ump. Beverly Ump is a protein shake. 1 serving of cocoa ringa with 1 serving of Healthwise hot chocolate. 2 servings of cocoa ringa, up to 2 servings of Healthwise hot chocolate, or an approved Beverly shake. There's a lot of options on that one for breakfast. And then if you look at lunch, it's the same thing, or a salad with nothing but green leafy veggies, cucumbers, cauliflower, and other category 2 veggies. Use light Italian dressing, salsa, or an approved dressing for that. And then for dinner, you can have up to 4 ounces of one of the following: 96% lean ground meat, chicken breast, shellfish. Please add up to 1 cup of any of the following that are listed there. Meats and veggies must be cooked with no oil: MCT oil, ghee butter, coconut oil, or hemp oil. So it says no oil. Approved seasonings are allowed. And then it says, if attempting a vegan or divine day, you may replace the dinner with a robust category 2 salad with category 2 veggies and up to 5 tablespoons of hemp hearts or hemp flakes. That is what would be giving a vegan their protein. A divine day means that you are eating all whole foods, non-genetically modified, and all that kind of stuff. So all a divine day is, it's a day where you're keeping it perfect, but all the food that you choose to purchase would be organic, non-genetically modified, and all that kind of stuff, not prepackaged type stuff, all whole foods and all of that. So there's another wow challenge. So this is just a great way to come up with some new ways to eat. I mean, one of the things that I hear, hey, Paula from Waynesboro, one of the things I hear is, I don't know what to eat. I'm like, really? You don't know what to eat? Okay, then go find a wow challenge. Let's look again in the food library. Let's make our worksheet. And yes, it requires a little bit of looking around. And there's so much variety on Shibboleth. One of the things you might even want to do is come right down here and click on Coach Mode Meals. Now, these are real simple, very calorie controlled meals that you may or may not like all of them, but you don't have to like all of them. All you need to do is find the ones you do like, and you got to put into play all the rest of the shield. Okay, and so right down here, look, any wow challenge is actually considered a Coach Mode meal. There's the Beverly Ump, boiled egg whites. I mean, these are just super, super simple. There's a Chick-fil-A grilled chicken filet meal, which would be great. So, and there's the nuggets with or without a side salad. So there's the basil lime grilled chicken. So there's really no end. There's absolutely no end to figuring out what to eat on here. So I'm going to recap the shield just so we all know what we're focusing on every day. If you have any questions either on Facebook or in the Zoom room, now's the time to ask them. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. So let's go back over here to the fast track laps. If you feel comfortable that you understand what all that means and how to access it and where to find it, you go ahead and check those boxes, okay? And while we are looking at this, I want to come right back over here and look, Travis's Fast Start Meal Ideas. There's 9 pages of meal ideas to get started with. And you can also set up a mentor appointment on meal planning help. So make sure that you utilize all of your resources. Okay, so feel free to ask any question that you want to, because I can come back and open up my screen. Let's see, Helen, I am blown away by all the resources and information Shibboleth gives us. Yes. On the advanced combination chart, can you explain the example with lean protein, protein plus fat, and fibrous carb? Yes. So all your protein would be under here. So let's say we wanted chicken, a little bit of chicken breast and maybe some steak. That's what that would be. So let's say that in your refrigerator one day, you had some leftovers happening in your refrigerator and you said, I've got this steak, I've got this chicken. Can I have steak and chicken together at the same time? You can. You just wouldn't really want to go more than what fits underneath your hand. So this would be chicken and steak under one hand and maybe green beans here, or a side salad here, or broccoli or cauliflower or rice cauliflower, those types of things. So yeah. Yeah, you can do that. All of your protein sources can be eaten together. You just don't want more than this hand to be your protein source. Yep. And let's say on Facebook, when you are in IMF, can I drink the Fairlife Protein 30-gram drink? Yeah, you would that would take you out of intermittent fasting. Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that. IMF, anything that's got calories in it is typically going to break your intermittent fast. Good, Michelle. I'm glad that you do. I'm glad that you do. I got home from the beach today, and then I told my husband, I said, I'm going in there to do my video. And I like being back here with my lights and my setup. It was a little bit, it was perfect down there. It's just that, the lighting wasn't that great. And because I didn't have my lights with me. But thank you. I'm glad that you like them, Michelle. I enjoy doing them. Okay, so these are the things that we want to do every single day. There's 5 things. You want to drink your water, at least 64 ounces of water every single day. You want to write down what you're eating. You want to eat in a way that controls insulin. These resources that we've been going over this week is all about that one. What are you going to eat? How are you going to eat it? What are the new things I'm going to try? I'm going to put these things together. See Shibboleth as a new adventure. It is a new adventure. It's going to be an adventure that's going to improve your life, and then you can go have more adventures, okay? And you just keep Shibboleth along with you on all your adventures. It's going to be awesome. So eat in a way that controls insulin. We're going to portion control our food with our 2 hands. If you are not using an item that would fit underneath your hands, then let's say that you're going to eat an oatmeal protein pie. Well, you're just going to eat one. Let's say that you want to have an extra and you want to open up a Choco Right peanut butter patty package. It's got 2 patties in it. Only one patty is an extra. So if you wanted to have an extra and you wanted that to be your extra, having just one is what you would want to do. Okay, let's say that you want to have something for a snack, one snack. Okay, so that's really where portion control comes in. You want to make sure that you don't go over the amount of foods that you can do in a day. And if you're doing a meal, and no more than what fits underneath your hand. And then the number 5, timing. This is all about us giving our body a break from digesting. So if you eat breakfast, eat breakfast. If you don't eat breakfast, that's totally fine. If you eat breakfast at 8, try to give it till noon before you eat again. That'd be 4 hours. If you could give it even more, go 6, that'd be great. But I say noon just because a lot of people at work eat at noon. And then try to go 4 to 6 hours again before eating again. If you can do breakfast, lunch, and dinner, if you can do just 3 meals or 2 meals and a snack, that's going to be excellent for weight loss. But remember that we have freebies, an extra, and a snack in a day if you want to. But never feel like you need to get all of that in, because just because those things are allowed doesn't mean they're expedient. Okay. And most people, they like, I want to get this baby done. Let's get this baby done now. And if that's the thing, that's how you're feeling, then you want to leave some of those things out. You'll want to leave some of those things out. Okay. So what I did in weight loss mode was I did 3 meals a day, and that was that. That's what I did. And then it came along to July 4th, and I thought, okay, this would be a great day for a holiday. But I didn't want to have a holiday. I thought, what am I going to eat? I'm going to have a hamburger. I'm going to have this, that, and the other. At that point in time, I was thinking, why would I need a holiday? I know how to make all this stuff approved now. And so what I did was I had a perfect day, but I added in an extra and a snack. And do you know what it felt like to me? It felt like a holiday, but it wasn't. It was an approved perfect day that kept me in efficient fat burning. So we can all do this. Y'all just make sure that you are following those 5 daily objectives. The shield is going to keep you safe. Use the shield to filter your decisions through, okay? Let's see. Is it okay if it's 1 protein drink and 1 Shibboleth meal, or do I need more? Okay. If you are comfortable doing that, then you can do that. If you're in weight loss, less is always best, but you don't want to. I wouldn't want my mind to not be satisfied. So if that is satisfying to you, Shlo, if that is satisfying to you, then yes, you can totally do that. In fact, Travis does say 2 meals is even great. It's great. You can do that. My only concern was I want to make sure that it's satisfying enough for you mentally and physically so that at some point you don't go, I'm not even going to do this anymore. I want more than that. Okay. So I just want to make sure it's satisfying. But yes, you can do that. You do not need more. Okay. You don't. So that would be fine if you want to do that. But you see what I'm saying? Do you understand what I mean by all that? Good. Okay. I just want to make sure you understand what I mean by that. Okay, awesome. Well, we're going to hop off here a few minutes early. Now, don't forget that, let's see who's doing the video tonight. I'm going to share the screen back again. Now, remember, if you register for the class, you get that increasing badge. Oh, good, Shlo. Awesome. I'm going to go right here to the pink online webinars tab. Thank you, Tamar. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, how I overcame food addiction and lost weight. Let's see who's doing that tonight. Is it Jim? Is it Travis? Let me see. It's Dr. Jim. So Dr. Jim is doing that tonight. So I would highly suggest that you just run on over to the pink online webinars tab and register for that so you can get credit for it. And one reason that I suggest watching those is because they help keep you motivated. And there is nothing more important in the beginning than to keep you focused and motivated. Believe me, it's important. And it actually might be important to do. I don't mean to scare you. It might be important to do for a couple of years. I mean, if you've had 49 years of bad habits or 60 years of bad habits, you got to keep this up till you get this into you. So thank you, Phyllis. Thank you. I appreciate that so very, very much. Okay, so tomorrow I'll be doing this. Night 7 tomorrow night. We'll be finishing up our fast track week tomorrow night at 7:30. Please join me at noon tomorrow for our very first online accountability meeting. It's going to be fun. If you're near Kennesaw, please come see us tomorrow. We'll be open from 10 to 2. I teach class in person at 10, and I look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow night at 7:30 for sure. Bye, everybody. Y'all have a great night.